Hello, welcome to Old Trafford. This is Standard 442. My name's Dan. I'm here with Adam McKola, the head honcho of FullTimeDEVILS. We won't talk about the game, shall we?
Let's not.
No.
Can we talk about something else? Cricket's good these days, isn't it?
I've got a lot of United fan mates. They're saying Edison Cavani's available. Would you? 18-month deal?
Yeah, I'd take anybody right now.
Yeah.
I'd take Emric Larsson back. I'd take Ali back on the pitch. And look, the frustrating thing for me is that any signing that we've made, like Cavani, it'd be a knee-jerk signing. It'd improve us massively. No, don't get me wrong, but I want to see a club that's making decisions that are thought through, well-made decisions, and recruitment's good, and we're signing players for the right reasons. Not thinking, oh my God, everyone's injured, we need to buy someone. We could have seen this coming in the
Panic
summer.
buy.
You know what I mean?
Panic buy, yeah.
We could have seen this once we sold Lukaku. Why didn't we not replace him? And why, when we sold Herrera, well, let him go. Why did we not replace him? And you could see this coming. Fair enough, Oli could probably do some things differently, but you could always see this coming.
One question that the audience has been asking me about, Paul Pogba.
I'm a massive fan,
Yeah.
so I know everyone's split on Paul Pogba. Look, I don't think he'll be here beyond the summer, which disappoints me. I can't blame him, but I don't think he'll be here. I wish things went differently with him. I think he could have been a player that would have been massive for us. But again, I think he's probably been sold dreams by the board, told we're going to get X, Y, and Z, we're going to be challenging for the Champions League, and then you look around and we're not. He could have performed a lot better. He hasn't. But it's just frustrating. I think it would have been nice if we could have got the Paul Pogba out of him. He has shown signs, but he's not been consistent for us. So.
Is Pogba's agent's opinion? is it adding stoke to the fire?
Well, it does. It always stokes the fire. He does, doesn't he? But a lot of what he says, I actually agree with. Like when he's come out today and said, "Do the club match a player like Paul Pogba's ambitions?" Is not nice to hear.
Yeah.
But we have to hear it from somebody, and it's not nice when you hear it from Mino Raiola because you feel like he's going to take a player from us, and you know. But it's the truth ultimately, and I think you would think if you were a top player in Paul Pogba's position, would you come to Manchester United? Unfortunately,
it's a fair question.
The answer, unfortunately, is no, and that's heartbreaking as a Manchester United fan. But it's where we are at the moment, and that's a culmination of the Glazers and Ed Woodward's decision making. There's nothing more, nothing less.
So at the end of the January transfer window, if you had Bruno Fernandes in your squad, if you had Edison Cavani in your squad, would you be happy?
Yes, but we won't. We won't have it. We might get a Bruno Fernandes. I don't think we'll get Edison Cavani. No. I'd imagine if he was to come, he'd want a longer term deal. We probably wouldn't want to give him that. I could see someone like Bruno Fernandes because he would fit into the long term plan if there is one at the club. I would love us to sign Bruno Fernandes, but again, you could see he was a fantastic player in the summer. You could have got him for this price in the summer. It's like with Maguire. Jose Mourinho wanted Maguire. We say no. We get him a year later for a bit more money. It just doesn't. The mind boggles it consistently. And you look at the likes of Leicester. They lose Kante, replace him with Ndidi straight away. They're bringing in Tillman. They're bringing in these players. We can't sign one player, and it's like the players we have signed in the last 3 windows. Diogo Dalot, Fred, and Lee Grant. The summer before, just after we finished second. That's a goalkeeper from Stoke, a young lad from Porto, and Fred. And then last year, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, and Daniel James. One of them from Championship and 2 from England. Like, what work have we had to do for these signings? And yet it takes so long to get over the line. It's just really frustrating. And our board is run by clowns. And if you're run by clowns, it's going to be a circus, and that's what we're seeing at the moment.
Of course. So we'll move on to the next one.
We do move on to the next one, and deludedly we'll be going into every game thinking we're going to win, but it's difficult, man. We've got no squad. We need players back, and until we get them players back, we're not going to see much better on the pitch. They've had a big fixture list. Everyone's tired, and they're not good enough. Like regardless, like Andreas Pereira, God love him. He's a trier, and he tries to do. He's not good enough. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it must be tough on United fans. So looking at the points and the stats before the game, if you won here tonight, beat Wolves, beat Chelsea, you're in the top 4.
Yeah. But we won't get top 4 for this reason. We're too inconsistent.
You're reeling out?
I don't think. I'd love us to get it and prove me wrong. I don't think we'll get it. We're way too inconsistent. And if Chelsea finally decide to get their acts together, or if they sign someone, they could just click into gear. And once that happens, because the gap's still 5 and they're dropping points. So what happens when they start winning games again?
Well, thanks for your time. I know it's
Appreciate
frustrating.
it, man.
Thanks, Adam.
Nice one. Take
Thank
care,
you.
yeah.